What's going on, everyone? So I kind of want to do a little training video, not really a training, but I kind of want to go through like a little recap on the NASDAQ futures, and realistically how you could be trading the NASDAQ futures, or the SPY futures, whatever your forte is, to kind of make yourself more money in these markets, right? So whether you are a long-term investor, whether you are an options trader, whether you're a scalper or whatnot, I think adding futures to your tool belt is definitely a good step in the right direction that you can kind of add, cash flow to your bottom line, depending on, if you do this full time, if you do it part time or whatever, this, that, and the other. Just because with futures, there's so much leverage that's available to you. And some of that leverage that can be available to you is trading for a prop firm where you guys can get funded, up to $150,000. A lot of guys in my Discord, they're doing and or funded with the 150 or the $50,000 account. With that being said, I kind of want to get into this chart here, and I kind of want to look at some things and kind of, now that the day is over and the day is, a lot more calm, markets are closed, we're in this after hours session here. It's, a perfect time to go back and start to back test our strategy. It's a perfect time to back test, the day's price action and kind of look at the overall picture from a macro point of view, right? A lot of times when we are day trading and we're watching, each candlestick tick by tick, it can get overwhelming. I know that from myself, especially when the market is very, very volatile, like it has been for, feels like forever now, but for quite some time. And when we kind of look at it, what exactly was going on in the NASDAQ futures today, pretty much from the word go was just an immediate sell off. Now, does that mean that there was no bounces intraday? Of course not, right? Stocks, if if the if all of these candles here just look like this in a red line, please let me know, comment down in the description box below, because I definitely missed it. You will definitely, even in an aggressive selling manner that we had today, we'll always get bounces, right? You're going to get these bounces. You're going to get these bounces even within these red candles, right? It's not like it's just going straight down. It's doing something like this. It's doing something like that. And then, whoa, it comes up here, wants to fake you out, and then comes back down. So it does all sorts of crazy stuff, right? When the actual candlesticks are moving. So that's why it's very, very good to kind of, put your emotions in check, go back and back test your trades that you took. Look at the setups that potentially you missed, or for next time potentially you could take. And with that being said, if we kind of just look at today's candlestick, starting off with this one here, this is going to be the first hour candlestick. So each candle that I have here is going to represent an hour's worth of trading. I like my candles to start at 6 a.m. I am here in California, so it's going to give me 30 minutes worth of that pre-market data. And then when the market opens up, it's going to give me the rest of that. So, literally right after the first 30 minutes of the market is open, that first hour candle is going to close for me, and I can kind of get a good gauge, right? So if we kind of look at what was going on in the after hour session and into pre-market, we know that this was our high here. A lot of resistance, a lot of resistance here. We really couldn't get above this level. We started to sell off in the pre-market, and then realistically here, that first 30 minutes of the market open just started to immediately flush. Great potential trades here. I did take two trades short, obviously, on the NQ. And what I was looking for here was this first trade here after the first 30 minutes of the market open. What I was just kind of telling myself is that if this did bounce a little bit, or if it did confirm the lows here, I'm going to go ahead and take a little scalp. I did trade the NQ. If you have ever traded NQ, you understand that how fast that thing can move. And especially if you're, trading for a prop firm, or you're on any type of daily loss limit, you have to really manage that position tight to the vest, or you can blow yourself up really, really quickly, or be very, very experienced, or have such a big cushion, right? I would definitely recommend everyone to kind of start off trading micros, which move a lot slower as far as, sizing wise, a lot safer, a lot easier to manage. That ticker symbol is /MNQ. It's the same thing as NQ, same chart, same movements, everything. It's just smaller size. With that being said, This first hour lows was definitely a play here. As we made that drop here, you can see I do have a demand zone here. This blue line that I'm kind of showing you guys is called a linear regression channel 50. So these are channel lines, and it's going to take the last 50 days worth of data and kind of give us these lines. Definitely, you know, they're declining. That's telling us over the past 50 days, we're definitely on a downwards trajectory. And then we can kind of play these zones accordingly too. You can see here, once we broke above this zone, we tried to move higher to the middle of the range. And then when we lost this zone, we came down to the bottom. But look at what we did once we did come down to the bottom here. So even though this candle here did take out this previous hour's candle low, it's not a trade setup that for me is A plus. And the reason why it's not A plus is because I knew based on my setup here that we have a demand zone. And I don't want to short anything right into demand, just like I do not want to buy anything like right into supply, right? I don't want to buy into resistance, and I do not want to short into support. I kind of want it to break, and then I kind of need that verification after that. So with that being said, you can see that we did get an initial intraday bounce, followed by another sell-off, followed by another bounce. Now, this is 3 hours worth of time here, and we pretty much chopped around, right? So there was an opportunity in here to micro scalp, you know, maybe the 5-minute chart or the 15-minute chart. Definitely had some trade opportunities in there. But as this price action starts to develop and we start to trade sideways, one thing that I do like to do is I like to take the lows and I like to mark them out, right? And I'm not looking to get into a trade until we can take them out. And in this case, it came on that last hour candles of the day. I seen it start to get rejected at this, you know, declining 10-day moving average. We started to move down. We were holding this level, but on the triple Qs I was watching as well was that 318, 317 level was a big area. But as we approached it and we broke this level, this is another area where you could have taken a trade into the last 30 to 40 minutes into the day and made some killer money. You could have made killer money here. You could have made killer money here and killer money there. So definitely stay patient and wait for your setup, right? So even though there was long plays here, you know, you don't want to get caught up in here's the bounce. You know, should I be going long? The selling pressure is down. The charts are telling you that the market is down today. So don't let that kind of, you know, get you all FOMO'd out to where you think that, you know, just because the market starts to bounce on an hour like this, that you have to be getting long. Because lo and behold, you know, 3 hours later, we completely washed this position out. So definitely want to stay patient. You definitely, you know, the 3 setups that I like, you know, besides the scalping setup that all the guys in Discord know, those first hour lows I'm always looking at, the first hour highs I'm always looking at. I'll kind of take plays in and around those. And then as the day progresses and we move on in the day, I like to dial down my trading towards the end of the day, meaning that I'll take a lot of trades the first 1 to 2.5 hours of the market open. And then I'm really not taking anything in the middle of the day. And then it's like almost like the last 1 hour, maybe the last 2 hours of the market. If we get a setup like this, where we do manage to take out new day's lows, I will participate in a trade like this, very short scalp, you know, and just try to look to get a little cash flow off that. And obviously if it doesn't work, then I have to get out of that position. If you guys are interested in learning how to trade futures, for one thing, here's first thing, learn a strategy. I have one, it's free, it's a 30-minute training, first link in the description. Number 2, you have to be around other people who are doing this on a day in and day out basis, right? Meaning that you can't just sit here and have all these thoughts in your head without being able to ask questions. Join my Discord. That link is in the description box below. 3, if you guys don't have enough capital to maybe trade futures, or maybe you're interested in trading futures, but you don't want to lose your own money, that's fine. Let's get you guys going through a training so you guys can get funded up to $150,000, $50, $100, $150,000. The choice is yours depending on which plan you guys want. I can help you guys with that. We have a lot of people in my Discord trading futures right now. Some are funded, some are still going through the process to get funded. You know, everyone's learning, everyone's profiting, everyone's gaining a lot of good experience. That link is also down in the description box below if you guys want to get started on that. And I will see you guys all in the next trading video.